see the light.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Our featured matchup tonight out in New York, where the Knicks will be going up against the Chicago Bulls. And guys, for the Bulls, their goal tonight is to play with the same type of effort at both ends of the court. They can't afford to let up at the defensive end, and that's a message I'm sure has been communicated to them in the locker room. Guys, let's talk dollars and cents. For the NBA superstar, thanks to the max salary restrictions, most times they're making more money off the court than they are on it. Kenny?
Well,
and welcome everyone to another presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. It's the Chicago Bulls facing the New York Knicks. And it's going to be the Bulls off the tip. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Rodman is out there with Pippen, and it's Michael Jordan, and it's Rose, and it's Gilmore in at the 5.
a splendid pass that time by Rose.
Right wing, here's Houston, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. On defense, New York. It's a three-point game. Outside Rodman, back to Rose, and some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Here's Jordan. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. Jordan's got 5.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, you know, Greg, they can count on him to get buckets. I mean, he's getting the ball because he's very efficient when he has it.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Clearly a frustrating missed opportunity there. Perfect screen, got him the space he needed, but he bricked it.
Out of bounds, New York takes possession.
Well, he just didn't make the catch, didn't look the ball into his hands. He must have thought the ball was going somewhere else.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Frazier against Rose. Frazier kicks to Ewing. Now Frazier to the wing on the left. Houston. New York, no good that time either.
Boy, awful defending, really. But in the end, they dodged a bullet. They can't let shooters get clean looks from outside, though.
Jordan kicks to Rodman. And here's Rose outside. That one, no good. Nice D from Frazier. For the Knicks, it's been a slow start here. Nothing yet up on the scoreboard for them.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't D him up on the perimeter.
Now here's Jordan. 5 points in the game, and Rodman gets it to go.
Jordan with a delightful delivery on that one.
3-point range, guys. He has hit the ground running. What a first quarter.
Here's Pippen, and the Bulls tack on 2 more. 52 seconds left here in the first quarter.
I think he's going to have to be more cautious on defense. He can't afford to pick up a third foul here in the first quarter.
Chicago making some changes. Loves check in for Rodman. Jimmy Butler comes in for Scottie Pippen. And B.J. Armstrong has subbed in for Rose. Now here's Jackson. Ball's knocked loose, and it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. The Knicks making a switch here. Kings checked in. Here's Jackson. There's 39 seconds left to play in the first quarter. DeBusschere can't get the basket. The Bulls leading by 5. Butler from outside. They grab their own miss. A second chance effort, and Love finishes off inside.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Here's Jackson. Love grabs the board.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Unloads from 13. Sloan's shot is off.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Jackson to Busher. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Jackson with it. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at the Bulls, we've got Armstrong. Noah is out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Sloan in at the 2. Stoudemire the screen. Jackson kicks to DeBusschere. Here's Barnett. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Knocked away. DeBusschere with it. Picked up by Love. And D. DeBusschere with the slam.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Knicks trail by 3. Pass to King. Back to Jackson. A floater. He lays it in. Jackson's got his first points of the game.
Nice looking floater there, Kevin. Such a fast shot, a quick release. Really hard to guard that.
And that one's good by Butler.
Defender there in the neighborhood, but not quite close enough. Good shot.
Kicks it to Starks. From past the arc. Starks can't get that one to fall.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
And here is Monroe. After Jimmy Butler made that last three-pointer. Here's Reed. Misses off the right iron.
Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Greg, I just think he was in a hurry. He flat out rushed it. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking there. He actually was in a brain-neutral position.
Now Monroe kicks to Reed. Butler against Starks. From downtown. Starks can't get that one to fall. And so it's Chicago in control with a 9-point lead. We've got Reed. He's out there with Ewing. Frazier is out there with Anthony. And it's Houston at the 2 spot. That's the 5 for New York right now. The Knicks have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
2 shots.
That free throw good from Anthony. And Anthony drops them both.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Rose kicks to Jordan. Back to Rose. Here's Gilmore. Outside for Pippen. Over Anthony. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Pippen's got the lead up to 9 now for Chicago. Passes it to Houston. Ewing kicks to Frazier. Reed a screen. Frazier with it, and Rose picks him up defensively. Reed misses.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
And the Knicks with possession here. Here's Houston. No good with the triple. Chicago leading by 9. It's Jordan on the wing. From deep. Here's Rose. Outside for Pippen. The 3. Pippen missing again. Pippen's gone 2 for 5, shooting 40% from the field here. Here's Houston. Drills the three-pointer. Houston's got 12 points in the game.
The D just sagged off just enough.
New York shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Michael Ray Richardson.
And he knocks down the first one. Jackson, he's checked in for New York. There's 21 seconds left in the third. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
With a three.
16 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Jackson kicks to Anthony. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. And it's 7 points for Carmelo Anthony. Pippen dishes to Sloan. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. The third quarter comes to a close. Bulls lead by 5. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. Chicago leading by 5. So for Chicago right now, they've got Dennis Rodman. Jordan is out there with Derrick Rose. Then there's Noah. And it's Love in at the 4-man position. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. New York called for the foul. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for Chicago.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And they've also worked hard to get the ball inside. They haven't just settled. And they've hit a lot of high percentage shots in this game. Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. No luck that time either.
You don't see him have too many of those trips to the line.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
And the foul on Derrick Rose. That's his first foul. Luol Deng is checked in for Chicago. Ewing kicks to Anthony. Pulls up on the elbow, and right through it goes. Anthony's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Knicks. Outside Jordan. There's the triple. And it's Reed pulling it down. Reed's got his 6th rebound on the night. Outside Anthony. And Luol Deng gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And the Knicks making a change here. Starks is checked in. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth to tie it up. And no good. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. They've led by as many as 11 points. Deng passes to Noah. Deng kicks to Rose. The 3. And the Bulls with another miss. Knicks trailed by 3. Here's Ewing. Chicago grabs the miss. Rodman's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Rose kicks to Jordan. That one doesn't drop. Some solid defense from Reed. Oh,
Gotta let it go fast.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Shooting from New York, Walt Frazier. Taking 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. Chicago calls timeout. They're trailing by 8. There's 21. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Carmelo Anthony.
And he's had a very good night shooting the basketball. A little over 50% from the field, and a lot of those shots have come against some tight D. That shows the level of his focus and consistency.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. Goes back up, and it's Noah laying it in.
And that's exactly why you got to box him out, because when you don't, that's what happens. He burns you on the glass.
And an intentional foul right there.
Shooting from New York, Kombat X.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. Chicago calls timeout. They trail by 8. There's 10 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, this has been rough all the way around. I mean, coming in with high hopes and then just now trying to finish the best they can.
Well, Greg, this one's clearly over. This is done. But hopefully they can find some momentum to carry into the next game.
And here's Richardson. So it's New York picking up the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in.